Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed by your emotions? Like a wave crashing over you, leaving you gasping for air? You've tried everything talking it out, deep breathing, maybe even therapy, but sometimes that intense feeling just won't budge. What if I told you there's a simple, ancient technique, a hidden gem from Stoic philosophy, that can act as your personal emotional circuit breaker? It's a trick so powerful and straightforward that, for some reason, it rarely gets the spotlight it deserves. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a tool that can fundamentally change how you respond to life's challenges. So, what is this secret technique? It's called the premeditation of evils, or in Latin, premeditatio malorum *. I know, it sounds a bit grim, right? Thinking about bad things? You might be wondering, isn't that just anxiety? And that's the brilliant twist. It's not about wallowing in negativity. It's about strategically vaccinating your mind against future distress. Imagine getting a vaccine. You're introduced to a tiny, harmless version of a virus, so your body can build up defenses. The premeditation of evils does the same thing for your mind. You expose yourself to potential negative outcomes in a controlled, rational way, so if they ever happen, you're not just prepared, you're emotionally fortified. Let's break it down. Most of our suffering doesn't come from the event itself, but from the shock and surprise of it. We build up these perfect, fragile expectations of how things should go. The project at work * should * be a success. My relationship * should * be smooth sailing. My commute * should * be traffic-free. When reality inevitably shatters these expectations, we shatter with them. The Stoics, like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, understood this. They knew that fortune is fickle. So instead of hoping for the best, they prepared for the worst. Seneca famously wrote in his letters, "What is quite unlooked for is more crushing in its effect, and unexpectedness adds to the weight of a disaster. The unexpected blow is the one that knocks us out. So how do we practice this? It's simpler than you think. Take a few minutes each morning. Sit down and think about your day ahead. Now, instead of just visualizing success, gently ask yourself, what could go wrong today? Maybe you have a big presentation. Visualize stumbling over your words, the projector failing, or getting tough questions from your boss. Don't let yourself spiral into panic. That's the key difference between this and anxiety. Anxiety is a vague, looping fear. Premeditation is a calm, rational exercise. As you visualize these setbacks, you do two things. First, you rehearse your response. If the projector fails, what's your plan B? Okay, I have handouts ready. Or, I know the material so well I can speak without slides. If you get a tough question, you think, I will take a deep breath, acknowledge the question's validity, and answer calmly and honestly. You're not just anticipating the problem, you're pre-solving it. This process transforms you from a potential victim of circumstance into a capable problem solver. You're building a toolkit of resilience before you even leave the house. Second, and this is the most profound part, you emotionally distance yourself from the outcome. By mentally experiencing the worst-case scenario in a safe space, you rob it of its power. You realize that even if you do stumble during your presentation, life will go on. You won't dissolve into thin air. It will be uncomfortable, maybe embarrassing for a moment, but you will survive. You can handle it. This realization is incredibly liberating. You start to separate your self-worth from external events. As Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "Today I escaped from anxiety." Or no, I discarded it, because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. The anxiety isn't in the event. It's in your reaction to the event. Let's apply this to something bigger. Worried about losing your job? Instead of letting that fear paralyze you, premeditate it. What would actually happen? Okay, I'd lose my income. That's scary. What's the first step? I'd update my resume. I'd reach out to my network. I'd look at my budget and see where I can cut back. I'd realize I have savings to last a few months. Suddenly, this terrifying, monolithic monster of losing my job breaks down into a series of manageable, albeit difficult, steps. You see a path forward. The fear loses its fangs because you've stared it in the face and made a plan. This isn't about being a pessimist. In fact, it's the ultimate form of optimism. It's the belief in your own ability to handle whatever life throws at you. You stop trying to control the uncontrollable, the external world, and start focusing on what you can control: your thoughts, your preparations, and your responses. Think of a ship captain. A good captain doesn't just hope for clear skies. They study the charts. They know where the rocks and reefs are, and they have lifeboats ready. They prepare for the storm, which allows them to sail with confidence, not fear. That's what premeditatio malorum gives you, the confidence to navigate the choppy waters of life. Now, why don't therapists shout this from the rooftops? Well, modern therapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, actually incorporates similar ideas, like imagining worst-case scenarios to challenge catastrophic thinking. But the Stoic approach is more of a daily mental hygiene, a proactive philosophy for living, rather than a reactive tool for a specific problem. It's a mindset shift. It's not about fixing a broken thought pattern. It's about building an unbreakable mind from the ground up every single day. Perhaps it's just too simple, too direct. It doesn't require endless sessions. It just requires you. So I challenge you to try it. Tomorrow morning, just for 5 minutes, sit with your coffee and premeditate. Think about one thing that could go wrong and calmly map out your response. Don't let the fear take over. Just observe and plan. You'll be amazed at how much lighter and more capable you feel. You're not just hoping for a good day. You're building one, brick by resilient brick. You are taking back control from the chaos of the world and placing it firmly back where it belongs within you. This isn't just a trick. It's a timeless strategy for a tranquil and empowered life. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into Stoic wisdom. If this idea resonated with you, let me know in the comments how you plan to use it. And for more practical philosophy to improve your daily life, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It truly helps the channel grow. Until next time, stay strong and stay thoughtful.